Having number 8 in the Flexing Not Bendy month, we are doing a active butterfly stretch. So we're moving on into your hip area. So we have hip mobility and hip flexibility, which is going to hit a lot of different areas besides just a bilateral direction. We're going to have multiple planes that we're hitting because we have glutes, we have all of the joints and muscles around the hip socket, and then we have some of the inner thighs, we have some lower back involved. So this is going to be a portion of the month that we're probably going to have the most number of posts on. So let's get down on the floor, and you don't need any equipment at all, no props at all. Just get comfy on the floor, and we're going to take our shoes off. Okay, so I just have my mat down here. Here, let me fix the mat. Just have the mat down here, and I've shown this before. And one of the great things I realize about this month is that I get to re-emphasize some of the drills and stretches, flexes, exercises, all of that flexibility drills that we've done before, because they should be sort of your staples, essentials, things that bear repeating. So that's all good and dandy. All right, so we're doing the butterfly stretch in an active manner. So we're going to have some contractions, we're going to have some resistance that we provide on with our own body. So the main position is that the soles of your feet are completely together, okay? So bring them completely together, and how far this space is, or how far your feet are, okay? We're going to move it. So at first, just position yourself to where it feels comfortable to you. So of course, the more flexible you are through your hips and your inner thighs, you're going to naturally have a shorter distance from the outside of your knees to the floor, maybe all the way to the floor. Don't worry about it, all right? We're just, as long as you feel it, as long as you're getting at the minimum some blood flow, a little activation, that's fine. So soles of the feet together. You may take your hands and either grab around your ankles, okay? Or if it's available to you, you get tall and clasp your hands around the front of your toes, okay? And stretch that out. So you are kind of pulling into that feet to bring yourself tall and straighten out your arms, okay? So the first thing we want to do is kind of establish where are we at here, okay? So in this position, you want to go ahead and think about shifting your chest straight forward. Again, don't bring the head down, don't round the lower back. We want to keep our spine neutral as much as possible. And for a neutral spine, that means we have a straight spine. So get yourself nice and tall first, and then reach forward, okay? Engage those abs. And where you're going to feel it, of course, is all around your pelvic, your groin region. How you feel it will differ from person to person based on, their status, and also from day to day for you, depending on what you did before, what's been going on. So as long as you feel something around here, that's fine. So first, we're just going to establish kind of where we are with the distance of the knees being up, how far we could reach forward. Okay, now from there, we're going to start the activations. There's two kinds. We're going to take our elbow and press it down onto the inside of each knee. So you're going to take the weight of your arms and the strength and force of your arms to dig into that position, trying to press your knees closer to the floor, okay? Don't worry, you're not how far you go down, okay? As long as you're feeling that resistance, okay? So as you're doing that, you want to alternate between letting just the elbows press down. So trying to relax the groin and the hips. And then once you release, you want to then fight this resistance. So press up with the knee against the elbow as you press down with the elbow down to the knee, okay? So very active here. Let's start. Intense contraction, so you'll feel that inside of the thighs light up, okay? And then when you release after 7 to 10 seconds, you'll try just that downward position and you should feel a little bit more relaxation, okay? Then you'll once again try to fold forward or reach forward a little bit further, okay? Now one more. At this point, I'm going to let you go ahead and round through your spine as needed, because we're going to position our shoulder right in line with those knees to get the knees to hug into the shoulders here. And then we're going to engage the abs, set the abs in, and squeeze the shoulders. This will light up your inner thighs even further. You might even feel cramping up. Again, 7 to 10 seconds, then relax, okay? Now we're going to test again if we could reach further forward with the chest. Eventually, we're trying to, again, close that gap with that compression and or bring the knees down closer to the floor or reach forward. Okay, we're looking for some improvement. Now, we're going to take the feet, slide them forward a couple of inches, okay, and repeat that sequence again, okay? So once you have to have this further reach here, okay, either grabbing the ankles, grabbing the toes, you'll feel that stretch start to travel up into different areas. Now, when we get to the part where we're squeezing through our shoulders, you could bring the feet back, okay, to where it was, and then take it out again, okay? And then for the part where we're using our elbows, you could keep it where it is. And we'll do 3 positions. So your original comfort position, a couple inches out, go through that whole activation sequence, and then we'll come to the final position further out. So now we end up with this sort of a diamond proportion to the feet, okay? And we'll do it one more time, okay? Go through that whole sequence. We're trying to establish where we are now, roll your shoulders back and down, okay? Figure out where you could go, and then you could come back. Do that squeeze portion. Stretch it out again. You know, hold it for longer than we're doing it here. Come back, do the elbow portion, okay? Going down only on the elbow, and then doing the PNF, resisting in both directions with the elbow, okay? And keep stretching. So here's what you could do at the end after it's a little bit intense, right? And you could do this right when you sit down as well. Just go ahead and flutter your butterfly wings, okay? So just sort of relax it. You could also go ahead at this point and just let yourself flop over, okay? To get that stretch through the upper back. Hold your elbows together for that additional weight, just as long as it feels good, okay? You can reach your hands out, cross it, okay? So this is just to release. That is not the hip mobility or the hip stretch, okay? So you could just end with that. Remember, because we do want to experience the very, positive benefit of doing stretches and having it feel good. That's absolutely a valid use of the stretches. It's just that, remember, I mentioned in the beginning with the intro that if you're going to these stretches, okay, as your main go-to because of a specific discomfort that you're trying to fix or alleviate. And then you find that doing these stretches gives you, so feel good is great, but if it gives you temporary relief, that's actually the sign that that's not what you need to do in order to fix it. So understand that temporary relief is awesome. Getting that feel good benefit is awesome. But if you keep feeling that need for the same reason to go ahead and stretch it out, you really want to look into what is the actual source, and it's going to have to involve mobility and strength to go along with that flexibility. All right, give it a go.